Show, hosted by me, America's Mechanic, Fred Fletcher. Everything you want to know about our local tracks and races to the NASCAR scene, as well as our area car shows and cruise nights. Brought to you by Fletcher's Garage in Fairless Hills and heard every Thursday morning at 9:30 on WBCB 1490 AM, 107.3 FM, and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
Good morning, race fans, and welcome to Yardley, Pennsylvania.
To Talladega to do a little racing drive.
Feeling the need for speed, part 2. Hour of power. There you go.
I am feeling the need for speed.
You are, and I know anybody for the Way Out Wednesday there didn't get as wild as I thought it was going to be.
Wide Open Wednesday was closed.
Yeah, well, I saw some of the work done. I said, boy, cancel whatever the heck it was.
Yeah, Nick made a hell of a thing, but
he really made a big deal out of it.
I went over to the studio yesterday, and the whole building was out of power, and I'm like,
oh well.
So I tried getting in the door, and I got into the door, but I couldn't turn anything on.
No.
And then I tried to call Craig, and I have a Verizon phone, so I couldn't get a hold of Craig, or anybody for that matter, and.
The likes and everything else and all the tune-ins now, you really you found an audience. It was there, but you found it, and it's now been pretty darn good. I mean, it's been really rolling there for you. Yeah.
So we got over there last night, and everything was against Nick and I, so we sat out in the parking lot trying to figure things out for about 15, 20 minutes, and then we're like, well, let's throw it in the towel, and we're going to do it tonight.
There you go. There you go. That's right. You got Plan B.
We had Earl waiting in the green room and everything, and he was just there by himself.
That's right. Well, I think we got Earl ready to roll here.
Earl, you in the green room?
In the green room.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, it was very lonely in the green room last night.
It was a rough
quiet,
night.
So.
Yeah.
So tonight it's Wide Open Thursday.
Yeah. Well, Nick calls it. No, he'll fill it in. He'll correct me probably.
Thirsty Thursday.
What do they call it? Thursday Thunder.
Thursday Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
If I'm wrong, he'll correct me when he gets on here.
Good enough.
But we were all primed to go. I went over there and no power in the building. I couldn't call Craig. I was surprised I was able to get your text because my Verizon was down. All day.
That went through fine. So very unusual.
I tried calling you, but it wouldn't go through.
How reliant we are on technology with cars too. You were talking this morning about on the under the hood there about cars, technology, and so forth. Yeah, we're so reliant on it, and one little thing goes wrong, and it's oh my God. So
I know it's scary. I'm half happy and half scared at the same time when my phone goes down because I'm.
No complaints.
No, it's like I'm tired of being a slave to my phone, but everything is on my phone.
We are.
Yes.
We are.
Yeah.
So it's like when I turn it off at home, and then as soon as I get home, because I get phone 2:00 in the morning. I'll get phone calls. Hey Fred, I'm broke down, or I tried to start my car. So I just turned it off because I don't do road service anyway. So if you call my shop number. It'll give you the AAA number to call AAA.
Good, that's good, yeah.
They're up all night. Yeah. So let's fill us in a little bit on what we're going to talk about on Thursday Thunder.
What do we have going on tonight? We're going to have any special guests?
We were supposed to have Ken Bruce from
very good.
And
excellent writer, yes.
Yeah, Nick.
Member of the press corps.
Yep.
Yes, excellent writer, yes. And he's done some public relations work, too, for Big Diamond Speedway.
Wait a minute, let me check my phone so I can see what's going on.
Yeah, he's a good guest. Good guy.
But, we had a couple other guests lined up. I'll find out in a second when I get there. Or if Nick's listening, he'll text me and tell me who was supposed to be on there because he remembers.
It'll be a surprise for our listeners tonight.
There you go. We could do that, too. Yeah, we could do that as well. And
your audience is growing by the week, though, I think, right?
Yeah, we had...
That's really good.
Last week we had a really good show, 150 listeners at one time, which kind of doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot for a podcast.
It adds up.
And I don't know. I'll have to go on Nick's. But while just scrolling past, Motorsports is next weekend.
Yes, it is. January 23rd and 24th. And again, for some of our new listeners, that's at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center, 39th edition of the Motorsport Show. which started back at the old, that was an expo center there on along the Pennsylvania Turnpike years ago, and that's where it actually started. Then it moved to Atlantic City, Boardwalk Hall area, actually the Atlantic City Expo Center. It was there for a number of years. And then at the Fort Washington Expo Center, which is a very nice facility. And when that facility actually closed, we moved the entire show to the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks, Pennsylvania. And that's where it's found a home for many years now and is well established. And again, for folks who are into racing but have never seen the show, again, it's Friday and Saturday, January 23rd and 24th, opening 10 o'clock in the morning. Displays of all the local racetracks. For those who are into the technical side, there are many technical displays for the various racing manufacturers. We'll have seminars throughout the weekend. For example, on Matt Williams is going to be giving a seminar on the setups and the intricacies of dirt modifieds. We'll have Billy Dietrich, whose brother is Danny Dietrich, an outstanding sprint car driver from central Pennsylvania. Billy's a very fine racer himself. He's going to be giving a seminar on Saturday about sprint cars, again, about how they do the setups, how they race. And what's neat about the technical seminars is that fans, your regular fans who love sitting in the grandstand watching the races, they can go to these seminars. They're absolutely free, and just sit back and listen, learn about what they're watching on the racetrack and what these cars do. And one of our very popular seminars we did last year is Mallory Cutts, who is she's a racer herself. She competes in stock cars and TQ midgets, and she's going to be giving a seminar on women in racing. And she is bringing in a group of lady racers. They'll be coming to the show to speak about their racing experiences, and that'll actually be anchored. The keynote speaker, again, this will be on Saturday of the show, is our special guest, Shauna Robinson, who competed in the big rig trucks. She also competed in ARCA and what was the original Busch Grand National Series. Shauna Robinson will be coming to our show. And Jeff Bodine, no one has to explain about Jeff.
Oh, yeah, Jeff's a legend.
Yes, indeed. He'll be at the show both Friday and Saturday, meeting the fans and signing autographs. He'll be doing several Q&A sessions. And Kenny Brightbill, again, a modified legend here in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, certainly at the Reading Fairgrounds, and he competed at Flemington and East Windsor as well. Kenny is going to be our Salute to the Legend driver of the weekend. We do that every year. Last year was Billy Pouch. Before that, Ray Everham. And this year it's going to be Kenny Brightbill, who's going to be honored at our show. We're going to have a big display of Kenny Brightbill memorabilia. One of his restored number 19 modifieds will be there. And Kenny will be there again throughout the weekend, meeting the fans, signing autographs. It's going to be really special. So mark it on your calendar, January 23rd and 24th. And we know that Wide Open Wednesday is going to be there on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, Wide Open Wednesday will be there both days. WBCB will be there on Saturday from, I think, from 10 to 11 or 11 to 12, but they'll be there. So whenever Gus shows up.
That's it.
Yeah, and Wide Open Wednesday last night, Kate was the other guest, Kate Brown. And then we have Billy from Maple Grove, and then you, and but yeah, Ken Bruce, and I know Nick had a couple other people potentially lined up, but we'll find out tonight when we show up, and whoever comes on is more than welcome to join us.
That's it. Very good.
Yeah, and at Motorsports, if you come to the Wide Open Wednesday table, we'll interview you or whatever, or if I'm not there, you can easily find me over at Shauna Robinson's wherever she is. So so that's gonna be a lot of fun. And my dad and Jeff Bodine went back to the Flemington days, way back. And
that's great.
Yeah, so I don't know if he'll remember me or even remember my dad, but I remember those days. And
that's good. That's what we're looking forward to, because Jeff has, a lot of people know him quite obviously from his great success, in NASCAR Cup racing, but he's a native of the Chemung, New York area. Began racing up there. His dad, Eli, actually built Chemung Speedway back in the 1960s.
Oh, yeah? Oh, wow.
And, Jeff, a lot of people first saw him down here racing at Trenton Speedway and the local asphalt tracks like New Egypt Speedway, Wall Stadium. driving that famous blue and white Valiant, number 99.
Right.
He won a lot of races. And then in the 1970s, driving for Dick Armstrong in the red Pinto number 1. I think it was 1978, was the leading asphalt modified driver, had over 50 victories that season throughout the Northeast. And that car is scheduled to be at the Motorsports Show, the red number 1. It's been faithfully restored, and that'll be part of the Jeff Bodine exhibit at the event. So it's going to be great.
And a lot of another thing that people don't know about Jeff is he designed a lot of the bobsleds that you see in the Olympics.
Exactly. Yes.
Including the Jamaican bobsled team. But yeah, he was was at Bodine Industries, and he designed a killer bobsled. So
exactly right. Yeah, he looked at the Olympic bobsled competition and thought, hey, the Americans, the USA, we're falling behind here. So he used his race car expertise to design those bobsleds, and they were hugely successeful. So that's another part about the Jeff Bodine story. A lot of people don't realize. Absolutely.
Yeah, very, very, very good guy. And if I remember right, I think Kerry and I went up to see him up in Chemung back in the late '80s. I don't even know if my dad was there.
Okay.
I think Kerry was getting something for his car because he was going to switch to asphalt later on, which he did after we were out.
Yeah, Kerry Schloeder, absolutely. Yeah.
So, but I think he was up there trying to feel out the asphalt system and figured Jeff was the guy to hit, and we were only, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half away. So, but I went for the ride. But
Did you actually get over to Chemung Speedrome?
No, I did not. I did not.
Because it's actually very similar, not exactly, but similar to Wall Stadium in design. I don't believe it's as high banked as Wall, but it has that same look, that same style as Wall Stadium. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, that's a very historic track, Chemung Speedrome. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been there. Maybe I was there when I was little with my dad, but I don't remember it. But exciting things going on at Wall too this year. So anything new in the last couple of weeks, or just?
Well, they're going to have a very big display at the Motorsports Show. Pete Miletto and Fred Archer, the new promoters. Fred is the CEO of the company taking over Wall Stadium, and Pete Miletto, very successful local businessman, a real entrepreneur, and he's going to be the president of racing operations. And along with general manager Doug Marr, they're putting together a excellent display they're going to have at the show. And they're going to have 3 top flight race cars on view.
Nice.
A modified, a sportsman car, and a brand new factory stock. Matter of fact, we'll have that information for you next week.
Okay.
Kind of a preview. But yeah, it's going to be 3 show type race cars, and the cars, the 2 the modified and the sportsman that are going to be there, they are always show quality race cars at Wall Stadium. They always look like they're coming into a car show. Beautifully prepared cars, and they'll be in the display again along with a brand new factory stock that's just been completed. So it's going to be good. They're going to have the new season schedule on display. I understand they're going to have some Wall Stadium special edition T-shirts, a lot of goodies, and the entire staff will be there. A chance for fans to meet the new operators of Wall Stadium in person. They'll have a lot of drivers there to meet the fans and sign autographs. So Wall Stadium's going to be getting a lot of representation at the Motorsports Show.
So great to hear.
Be there in person watching racing.
Oh yeah. And in talking to Pete and you, Nick and I are very excited to getting more involved with Wall.
Great.
Especially if or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, if New Egypt doesn't open this year. But they're still in negotiations, so we're still holding out hope there. But if not, we're going to at least be involved with Wall Stadium.
Great, that'd be wonderful.
I even joked with Dom Antonelli because I said maybe I'll swap my car for a Legends car, and he's like, "I'll be your driver," and I'm like, I was like, "No, stick to your 4-cylinder. I don't want to have to fix my car every week, Dom."
Yeah, and of course, as many folks know, I'm on the announcing staff at Wall Stadium.
Yes.
And I know Dom had mentioned commenting during the show Wide Open Wednesday a couple weeks ago when the announcement was made about Wall Stadium's new management. He had sent in a comment about rules for 4 cylinders, And the four-cylinder cars, from what I understand, again, I'm not a technical guy, that they are mostly compatible. Even though they're a dirt track four-cylinder car from New Egypt, they could come over and run at Wall Stadium with some minor changes. And the actual new rules will be out there at the Motorsport Show at the Wall Stadium display. So racers who are wondering about that, if they could switch their cars around, even some of the factory stock, but definitely the four cylinders, they could switch them to run pavement. So that should be interesting.
I'm glad we studied.
We're going to have to repeat that because suck it, Harrisburg.
Yeah, there you go. You rebel over there.
Something happened there.
Yeah, they had an emergency test and some crap.
Oh, okay. Okay. How much did you hear of that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Jeff Gordon alert, maybe. Who knows?
You were talking about Dom in the four cylinders.
Yeah, basically, from what I understand, the rules will be the new rules for Wall Stadium, which are very similar to what they've had in past years. They're going to be available at the booth at the Motorsport Show, and the Wall Stadium staff will be there to answer any questions. And from what I understand, like speaking about Dom Antonelli, if he's been running a four-cylinder car at New Egypt on the dirt track, with a few minor changes, they could convert that car over to run at Wall Stadium.
Right.
And I think some of the four-cylinder drivers have already done that over the years. They've switched back and forth. So that'd be interesting. A guy like Dom, who's a mainstay at New Egypt, he'd be certainly welcome at Wall Stadium. But the thing is, we hope that it doesn't happen, if you want to say it that way.
Right.
We hope Dom continues to race at New Egypt, which is his home track, because we cannot lose another racetrack, and especially a track with the stature of New Egypt. All the tracks, we need them to work together. They have, New Egypt has a dedicated fan base, a dedicated racer base, and we all need to work together to make the sport, continue to grow, for the next generation. So let's hope we have new operators at New Egypt very soon, too, so we can all have a great racing season.
Yeah, I'm still optimistic, and they're still talking.
I am too.
So, yeah. So we still got that iron in the fire. But,
yes, indeed.
Yeah, so, but other than that, I guess that's about it with the Wall and the motorsports. How was Allentown?
It was great. A big crowd, a great start to our winter indoor series. Briggs Danner won the TQ Midget feature on Friday night of the weekend, and he's a hometown driver. He lives right in Allentown with his family, and he won the feature on Friday night. And then Matt Swanson, who's one of the top asphalt modified drivers from New England, he came down and raced at TQ and won on Saturday night. Outdueled Ryan Flores, who's been the king of Allentown with like 7 feature wins. He bested him on a restart. Ryan Flores was leading with 5 to go, had a late restart, and Matt Swanson in a drag race after the green flag for the restart outdueled Ryan Flores, who finished second. So it was quite exciting. Big crowd, and it was neat seeing a lot of folks from all the local tracks come to Allentown to the PPL Center to watch the indoor racing. And the next one will be at Trenton at the end of this month, Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall, January 30th and 31st, indoor TQ Midget, Slingshot, and Champ Kart racing on the concrete floors. So that'll be our next indoor race. So mark that in your calendar.
Yeah, well, Nick and I are already penciled in for Trenton, so
all right.
I just got to get a hold of Danny to see if I can get a table again like we did last year so we can do interviews.
Oh, very good. Excellent.
So, tell Danny I'll be looking for him.
Good deal. That'll be February 20th and 21st.
Yeah, yeah.
Indoor dirt track racing with micro sprints at Trenton.
Oh, yeah. So
Pure Insurance Arena, so I look forward to that as well.
All right,
Makes the
Earl.
winter go by faster.
Yep. All right, Earl. Well, we'll be talking tonight, and we'll have the green room stocked for you.
All right, sounds good. Okay.
All right.
All right, Jim.
Have a good
All
one.
Right, great talking to you. Talk to you soon. We'll see you. Bye.
He's always on top of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to go to Trenton and do some interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
The indoor tracks.
Trenton.
Who said that? Oh, okay. Somebody came in.
The track. It's nothing that I would race on myself, but I'm not. It is pretty cool to see the guys out there and doing it, and interview some of the young guys that are starting to get involved with these.
Trying to think of the setup as I look where the venue is and how the setup would work.
Yeah, no, they fill up the whole.
Yeah.
Now it's a hockey rink.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Play,
God.
play basketball.
Now
in
we're
there
getting
and-
hockey back over
Yeah.
there.
There you go.
Now, I missed the lacrosse that was there because we were doing.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the Trenton Terror.
Yeah.
I had season tickets and everything. I went to 6 of the 8 games at
Yeah,
before the whole league closed up.
Should have given you a lifetime pass based on
Yeah,
it.
well, I did. I got a lifetime pass. I don't have to use it. But
Yeah. Short life, though.
yeah, give me some Iron
Some
Hawk
perks,
tickets,
yeah.
and I'll be over there.
There you go.
But yeah, this is. Nick must be busy dropping dirt, so he's not going to make it. But we are going to be on tonight.
Yeah.
Wide Open Wednesday. Tonight's Thursday Thunder.
Yeah.
You can catch
Thursday,
us on
yeah.
catch us on whatever we do on Wednesdays. We're transferring it to Thursdays. I don't know all the setup. Nick does all that technical stuff.
No, but I'll tell you what, though, they're getting more views all the time, and they just underscores the point that there's an audience out there you're able to tap into.
Yeah,
and it's starting to pick up in
momentum
a little bit.
Yeah, we had a couple great guests, which basically caused us to have 150 plus viewers.
Yeah.
But with Pete Miletto from Wall, and then Mark Blackwell telling us what was going on with New Egypt and all the behind the scenes with New Egypt. But but now hopefully now the people that usually don't tune into us saw us, are intrigued or entertained by us. I don't know how you cannot be entertained by Nick and I.
Not at all. You guys are a little shy, but other than that.
Yeah. So, but hopefully they stick with us now for the rest of the duration.
All right. Hey, Nick, I think he's with us here. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, it's NASCAR Nick.
NASCAR Nick, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I knew he'd be here.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Nitro Nick's lost in the field.
Yeah, he's
somewhere.
in a landfill somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, we texted last night and we asked each other who's going to go first and second. So he said he's going first, so I was waiting for him to get on.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he was
anyway.
moving some dirt over in Trenton yesterday. I don't know if he's there today.
Was it?
But
always digging for the
you
dirt.
guys are making quite the tag team, the two of you. It's all good stuff.
So what's hot?
Not a whole lot. Just some of the racing things that are going on. Kyle Larson made a lot of money down in Australia, over $110,000, and Corey Day did a good job down there too. So the Craftsman Trucks, Colleague Racing is going to take over the Dodge Ram trucks. He's going to have 5 trucks racing, and truck number 4, actually it will be number 14 rather, and they're having a reality TV show to see who's going to drive the truck. So in this reality TV show that begins on January 25th at 12 o'clock on Fox, they're going to have 15 not too well-known drivers competing for several races to see who gets the top spot to drive that 4th truck. And then the 5th truck is going to have celebrity drivers from the past in it. And that'll be truck number 25. And for the Daytona race this year, and actually a month from now, Tony Stewart's going to drive it.
Oh, that's right. I did see that on Facebook.
Yeah, so Tony hasn't driven in NASCAR since 2016 in the Cup Series, and last time he was in a truck was in 2005.
Huh. Look out for Tony.
Yeah, Tony, back when he started, I wasn't a big fan of his, but as he kept going, I grew on him, and Tony's a racer. I mean, he's proven that in midgets, sprints, Indy, Cup, NASCAR, dragsters now. Yeah, Tony's good. Tony's good for the sport, and when he speaks, people listen.
Oh, yeah. Yes, so...
also, with Greg Biffle, I mean, it's bad enough that he and his family passed away, but last week, his house was broken into. They stole $30,000 in cash and other things.
People are heartless.
That's worse.
Yeah, really. Yeah. So they're having a celebration of life for him on the 16th, a couple days, down in Charlotte. And after that, they're going to have the Burnout for Biff in Mooresville, North Carolina. So they expect to have a lot of race car drivers there, and they're going to just do burnouts to honor Biff.
Okay.
So,
cool.
What do you think of this new NASCAR points structure?
Yeah, I was
format?
looking what you had posted. Just kind of glanced over it. I mean, anything is an improvement over what they had. So
yeah,
I'm
they so they had a pretty good racing committee. NASCAR people. They had Mark Martin, Dale Jr., Chase Briscoe, Chase Elliott, a couple drivers in there.
I knew Mark Martin wasn't a fan of the playoffs.
Well, not most, but at least half the people wanted to go back to the 36 race points for the whole 36 races.
Yeah.
So they came out with a compromise, and the compromise is going to be that for the last 10 races, they'll have 16 drivers, and it's 10 races for points.
Mm-hmm.
So the wins mean something. So the wins are paying 15 points more than what they did before. So they get 55 points for winning, and second place gets 35. So in the past, the second place finisher can actually score more points than the winner. Mm-hmm. So that was looked into. So now, if the second place person gets 35 points and they win both stages, they get 20 points for that, so they'll tie.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that falls between the lines here, between the cracks, is that the purple lap, meaning that if the person who sets the fastest lap for the race gets 1 point.
Okay.
So mathematically speaking, and this is a long shot, if the second place person wins both stages and gets the purple lap, he'll score 1 point more than the winner did. So that will probably not happen, but it's not a definite.
Yeah.
So, and that format might be different for the Coke 600 because they're talking about 2 stages.
I didn't know the Coke was a points race. I thought that was just like an all-star race.
No. The Coke 600. That's 600 miles. So they have 4 stages.
They should have points. If I'm wrong, they should have points.
Well, they do. They do.
Okay,
it's the all-star race. It's the all-star race that they don't have points for.
Okay.
But for the Coke 600, there are points for that, but they have 3 stages. Well, 3 stages plus the finish, which actually is 4 stages. So that hasn't been thought out, but everything they're saying is generally speaking. So generally speaking, there are 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2, and then the end of the race is actually stage 3.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens with that. But a lot of people are very excited. Both sides are calling it a very good compromise.
Okay.
So, and the reason why they're going with 16 drivers over 10 or 12 like it did, years ago, is because it gives other people a chance to compete for the championship. And if you look at 16 drivers, there are 36 regular drivers. So 45% of the field that races in NASCAR Cup can qualify for the chase.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives a lot of other people out of the powerhouse teams.
Yeah, that'll make it a little more competitive for longer races, for a longer part of the series. Yeah, because it was almost like, the first half of the race season was, like just to have. But
Yep. So I hear the music.
Yeah, we got to wind down and throw a sponsor in there, and well, listen to us tonight.
All right, I'll get on there and chime in and
Yep.
So, all right, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks a lot, and see you later.
Thank you, Nick.
All right, Nick.
There you go.
So,
go ahead and tell them that whatever you had planned for yesterday is going on today.
I guess it's Nitro Nick on the other one, but we're out of time.
Yeah.
But, so whatever we were going to do last night, we will be on Thursday Thunder tonight, formerly known or mostly known as Wide Open Wednesday. Check out Nick and I, YouTube, Facebook Live. Be there, 6 o'clock. We'll have fun. It'll be like you never missed a day.
That's right. Under the Hood with America's Mechanic at 9. The Need for Speed, with Fred at 9:30 here on WBCB for a Thursday.
listening to 1490 WBCB and on your FM dial at 107.3 W297CL Levittown.
AP News, I'm Marcela Sanchez. The U.S. has seized another sanctioned oil tanker it says has ties to Venezuela. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem wrote on social media today that, quote, motor tanker Veronica had previously passed through Venezuelan waters and was operating in defiance of President Trump's established quarantine of sanctioned vessels in the Caribbean. The Veronica is the sixth tanker seized by U.S. forces as the Trump administration moves to control the production, refining, and global distribution of Venezuela's oil products. In other news, Trump is threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act amid protests in Minneapolis. AP Washington correspondent Sagar Magani has more.
The president says if Minnesota officials do not stop attacks against ICE agents, he will invoke the Insurrection Act, which would let him deploy troops. He's repeatedly made similar threats in other states over governors' objections. This threat comes hours after a federal officer shot a man in the leg in Minneapolis after being attacked with a shovel and broom handle. That added to fear and anger in the city a week after an immigration agent fatally shot a woman. Sagar Magani, Washington.
In Iran, the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies says a local staff member was killed and several others wounded during the deadly protests over the weekend. The collapse of Iran's rial currency has led to a widening economic crisis in Iran. The protests began in late December with merchants in Tehran before spreading. While initially focused on economic issues, protesters soon began chanting anti-government statements as well. Fewer Americans applied for unemployment benefits last week as U.S. layoffs remain low despite growing concern about a weakening job market. This is AP News.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
A top NFL free agent coach appears to be headed to the Big Apple. Correspondent Kevin Kulba has more.
John Harbaugh and the New York Giants were working on an agreement to make him the team's head coach. A person with knowledge of the decision told the Associated Press early Thursday morning. Harbaugh interviewed in person with the Giants on Wednesday, spending hours at the team facility in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Super Bowl winning coach was believed to be the team's top candidate. Harbaugh was fired by the Ravens last week after 18 seasons. New York fired coach Brian Daboll in November during the team's recently completed 4-13 season. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
Emmy Award-winning actor Timothy Busfield was ordered held without bond at his first court appearance yesterday, a day after turning himself in to face charges of child sex abuse. I'm Marcela Sanchez, AP News.
WBCB News, I'm Joe LeCompte. Bucks County Sheriff Danny Seisler on Wednesday formally announced that his office will no longer participate in the federal ICE 287G program, a move that ends the county's agreement allowing sheriff's deputies to work directly with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
When large numbers of our residents are afraid to call 911 or come to court and testify, that makes our entire community less safe. This is not a public safety problem for immigrants. This is a public safety problem for everyone. I have determined public safety costs of this ICE partnership are greatly outweighed by any potential public safety benefits that this partnership may offer. That is why I signed an order terminating the 287G partnership between the Bucks County Sheriff's Office and ICE.
Pat Seisler yesterday speaking outside the county government building in Doylestown. Seisler added it's important to recognize the right of legal citizens who have settled in Bucks County and the county's stance on being categorized as a sanctuary county.
Bucks County is home to over 50,000 immigrants, primarily from India, South Asia, and Latin American countries, as well as Liberia and Ukraine.
By any definition of a sanctuary county, we are not one.
The 287G partnership was initiated under former Sheriff Fred Fletcher, whom Seisler defeated in the November election. Seisler signed documents Wednesday morning officially dissolving the agreement between the Sheriff's Office, Bucks County, and ICE. Meanwhile, Seisler emphasized that the decision does not amount to opposition to federal immigration enforcement. He said his office will continue cooperating with ICE and other law enforcement agencies at all levels. Out of caution yesterday, officials evacuated students from 2 lower Bucks County schools after reports of gas odors. Students at Snyder Girardi Elementary School in Bristol were relocated to the Grundy Ice Arena, while Maple Point Middle School students in Middletown Township were temporarily moved to Core Creek Elementary. Both schools ultimately dismissed students early. The explosion at the Bristol Health and Rehab Center is receiving more scrutiny after staff and residents reported smelling a gas odor the day of that explosion on December 23rd and days before the tragic incident. A Levittown area man is facing attempted murder and multiple firearms charges following a January shooting in Bensalem Township. Police were called to the top of the Ridge Trailer Park on Gibson Road, where they found an adult male suffering from a gunshot wound to the arm. Officers applied a tourniquet and provided life-saving aid before the victim was transported to Jefferson Tarsdale Hospital. He was later released. Investigators determined the shooting followed an argument between the victim and occupants of a red 4-door sedan. During a physical confrontation with the driver, a rear seat passenger fired 2 shots, one of which struck the victim and another hit a nearby mobile home. Through surveillance footage, intersection cameras, and a license plate reader, police identified 21-year-old Travis Fleck as the suspect. He's currently being held in the Bucks County Correctional Facility on 10% of $1 million bail. In New Jersey news, in his final State of the State address this week, Governor Murphy focused on an economy that works for everyone.
When they told us raising the minimum wage would kill jobs and crash the economy, what did? We passed a law that now has nearly doubled the minimum wage and built the fastest growing economy in the entire Northeast all at the same time. We enacted a new millionaires tax. And by the way, don't get caught up in the pesky facts. We have more millionaires today in New Jersey than ever before, and more families are calling New Jersey home than ever before.
Murphy also credited New Jersey for investing in AI that he says will provide opportunities without taking jobs and helping free more than 800,000 residents of medical debt. Governor-elect Mikey Sherrill will be sworn in next Tuesday.
Now, let's check on WBCB 1490 Sports.
The Sabres sent the Flyers to their 4th straight loss last night in Buffalo, beating the struggling Flyers 5-2. Coach Rick Tocchet.
We're not playing smart hockey. I know they had 14 shots, but they capitalized. We gave them the middle ice on 3 shots. We have moments and we're not delivering right now. That's it. You give up 14 shots, but we're giving up 4 unbelievable middle shots, which is it's uncharacteristic of the team right now. The last 3 games, I don't know, pressure, things like that, we got to deal with. You got to push back in certain things, like stupid penalties. That's not going to help. So, we just got to react better to moments.
To make matters worse for the Flyers, goalie Dan Vladar had to leave after the first period last night after suffering an injury. Owen Tippett and Trevor Zegras scored for the Flyers. The Flyers face another difficult task tonight when they take on a rejuvenated Penguins team playing good hockey this year. Face-off is at 7 in Pittsburgh. The Flyers are no longer in a playoff position. The Cavaliers crushed the Sixers at the arena last night, 133-107. 6 Cavs ended the game in double figures, led by Donovan Mitchell with 35.
Obviously, they had a lot more energy than we did.